Okay, so anyways, this right here is an FTDI board. However, this right here is also an FTDI board. This is a different kind of FTDI board. But for this type of chip, if you have the Microminim OSD chip with these soldering pins on there already, then you're going to want to use this. The way this works out is that this will fit on there just like that, because the way this reads is just like that. So basically this will fit on there and it'll fit just like that. And this will plug into your micro USB and then to your OTG cable. So a key factor in this is definitely the OTG cable. You cannot do this without the OTG cable. You need that. In order to do it with this chip, which does not have servo pins, is this FTDI board is set up just correctly the same way that the chip is set up, actually. So you don't need to do anything other than to, I'll show you. Basically, take this and you slip it on. Oops. Just like that. And then you just have to apply pressure to it, and it will load all of the firmware you need to, just like that. Now, basically, what we're going to do is we're going to use this Android device right here to flash firmware to this OSD chip. See? So let's go ahead and start that. Hold on just a second. Okay, now we're on. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to start this from the top. You're going to need to upload or download on your Android device. You're going to need Arduino Droid, which is, hold on, this program right here. You can't really see it too well. There we go. Arduino Droid. You're going to need this program right here. And what you're going to do here is you're going to go to these settings up here. You're going to go to Sketch. You're going to go to Libraries Examples. You're going to go to EEPROM Clear. And you're going to go to EEPROM Clear. Now, another thing on this, when you set this up, you need to go to Settings, and you need to go to Board Type. And you go from Board Type to Arduino. Now, it's going to be Nano with at Mega 328 on this board, on this device. Don't ask me why it's like that, but that's just the way it is. So you're going to need to go to there, and that's how this works. So you're going to need to select that, okay, as your board type. Then you're going to need to hit compile on your compilation started. I'll say Arduino started, compilation started. It's usually a lot faster than this, but there we go. And that's clear. Now you might, if you have this board set up like I have it set up, you'll see a little green light and a little blue light. And what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to make that green light a solid green light. And as you can see from this side, it is a little bit flashy. So that means there's firmware on it. actually, because I've already did this process to this before. So that's compiled. We're going to go ahead and hit upload. And this is going to say this. We're going to hit OK. And then we're going to upload this sketch. And it's uploading. And voila, it's uploaded. You can see that solid green light. That means it's uploaded. See that? Got a solid green light. And that's super bright too, so you should be able to see that just fine. That means it's cleared. That means your board is cleared and ready for firmware. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to switch. You're going to want to exit out of that program. Alright, here's where it gets tricky. You're going to need the Arduino hex upload program. Alright, and you're going to, now if you've done like I've instructed before in the other videos, you're going to need the MWOSD R1.9.1.0 download, the Scarab OSD 1910 download. And what that's going to do for you is give you the right firmware file for the right for this chip. And on this board, it's different. On this board, you're gonna select like you would on regular Arduino. You would select Arduino Pro or Pro Mini, and then you're gonna want to. I've already saved these files in SD card under SD card. All right, but I put it under Arduino Droid Sketchbook, and so wherever you place them in your SD card is where they're going to be found. So I always put mine in Arduino Droid. So here's the Scarab OSD 1910 file, and you're going to want to select that, and then you're going to want to select firmware. So you select firmware, you go to 1.7.1, and there will be all these hexes. And then what I do is I switch to this right here, the Minim multi-wee hex. Oops, hold on. I switched to this one right here because that's the one I use. This one will give you the on-screen display settings on your OSD through the sticks menu. You'll be able to switch all the parameters on and off like you would want to. So you go to that, you go ahead and go to that, and then what you're going to want to do is it'll show up on here as you can see, and you're going to want to select this button right here down in the bottom right hand corner, and you select, and you'll get some flashing lights on your board, and you'll get this right here, progress uploading, so on and so forth. You're going to want to make sure that is set, and it'll say progress uploaded, and set, and you'll get a dimmer green light than it was before, and that means your firmware is flashed. And that's how simple it is on this setup with this board. And now I can go ahead and disconnect it. All right, and I can disconnect all of this, and I can go ahead and solder this onto the F3 board that I'm using, or F4 board, whatever. Just fine, and it'll have all the firmware on it, and everything is correct. So there you have it. There's how to do it.